where Prof is standing like like
okay. All right. I'm going to say a little bit of a prayer to thank God. God, our Father, we thank you today. Today marks the beginning of a new day for every one of us here. It's a new day for our business. It's a new day for US qualities. Because of COVID, we couldn't bring a lot of people down here, so we try to keep it, maintain our 6 feet differences and wear masks to be here. And I want to say a little bit of having invited God. Something miracle happened today. It was been raining all day. We were having problem bringing all the things, products we have made down here, which is a sign from heaven that this is a great day. Where is Derek? Okay, Derek is gone somewhere. And when it was happening, and I shouted into heaven, I commanded the heaven to be obedient to this day, that I want the rain to stop before our U-Haul truck gets to this particular place where we are today. And we want the sun to shine so that we will be able to bring these products in here and be able to have these events today. And as it may be, by the time we pulled up to the front of the building, the rain stopped. And immediately, and from there it started to clear, and then sun came out. I wasn't expecting sun, actually. I just wanted the rain to stop, but sun came out. So we thank God for what is done. Is a sign from heaven that He's already blessed this business. And I'll give you a little bit of a background. When you come to my life, my life has been a lot of challenges. I grew up as a child, working in the house of the Lord, altar boy, going to schools and college, and coming to America. But there is really something that, unless you have read my first book, you wouldn't have heard of it. That when I came to America, I was brought here on a business trip. Let me backward. The Lord had called me to come to America, and I have a visa, religious visa, to come to America for a mission. But my friends scared me, say, when you come to America, you become a slave. You had your life made when I was doing well. Why do you want to go to America and become a slave? And actually, I didn't come on that religious visit. And eventually, business brought me to America. And what happens is that when I came to America, I became a slave. I was a slave for a year. I don't think I've shared that with a lot of people. And as a slave, I didn't see the sky for 6 months. I was left on the ground until one day, one African American nurse heard there was a slave down in the basement, and made it her duty to go to the property that where I was, to come there to find out if it is true. After interviewing me, she threatened to call FBI, and the people that took me here invited me for a business trip, and only for them to seize my passport and then put me down. And as naive as I was, when we were coming in the building, there is a police with flashing light on the street, but I never knew how police stays in the bad neighborhood. So they told me that police was there. They have already heard that I was something is going on, so you must not go outside. I was scared to get outside, so I really didn't know what was happening. So I told this background story to see how Sussex may start off as wrong, and a lot of people might have had a lot of challenges in their life. But turns around, that becomes the story of my American dream. Yes, I came here and I went to college. And at the time, I didn't have papers to work at the time. So I had to survive. So I had to start my own business. And I started by cleaning poo in people's yard, dogs, and cutting grass, and etc. Before I was able to start my own business. And God, I'll talk about that to save time because we are already starting late more. But I want you to see that at the end of the day, I ended up starting some other business like Care Solutions Corporation, so which people thought it was impossible, grew to multi-million-dollar business in different states. And from there, I joined and became a full-time minister as the Lord have called me. But we didn't call and call, I didn't call you today to talk about church. I called you to see that there is, if you set your mind on anything, if you believe in God and you trust God and you have good people around you, there's nothing you cannot do. This journey you see today started from people who always want to allow people to start their own business so that they can make more money, so that they can have time to go to church. And it turned out that by the time we started it with the a program called Channel Partners, we had our challenges in terms of the production of the goods because supply chain, with the problem, most of the things are made in China. I couldn't find people to make things for me here in America because I'm a creative person. God gave me a special gift to do those things. So when I started designing, for example, in clothing line, my mom was sold clothes as a kid. I saw her; she was a tailor, and I had a design gift. When I design, I send it to manufacturers in America. They tell me they don't even call me back because the first thing they want to know what quantity you have, how much money are you going to purchase, and they set their minimum of production to 100,000. The only person that agreed to do work with me says I have to produce $100,000 before they can produce the clothes, and that's why some of these clothes are produced overseas because I couldn't come up with 100,000. And so we're bringing this up that in the season where we are, we want to decouple from China, but it's important that we make opportunities so that people can be able to produce here. And I wanted to show that we can produce. We have more than almost 1,000 different products in the head. And we're going to go around and I'll show you and explain to you now. So we produce, we made these things. If you look over there, you will see a tape for measuring. So custom made, and everything we made is warranted and guaranteed. Like if you see here, this is our hat. We have different designs which is online. So as an e-commerce platform, there is so much opportunities that is staring us in the head in order to achieve that particular American dream. We talk about, a lot of things that separate us. For example, Floyd, the death of Floyd have divided us so much. And we have a lot of background, the culture wars, the racism that is been staring us in our head in some people that even though this country has created a lot of opportunities for people, the laws are there. We fought wars here where almost 500,000 people died in order to set people free, but there is always an obstacle. For example, now, if you look at all the clothing line, this is what we call Americana collection. And this is one of our design, Americana collection. And then what under the section, these are all available on our website. We won't have time to go through all of them. So if you look here, you see the what we call Eurocentric design, a suit, two-piece suit. This is a female suit made from our shop. And if you look over here, this is another of our Americana collection that you can see. Of course, this is part of our royal. If you look here, you will see this is part of our royalty. It's part of our Eurocentric collections, but we call it royalty. We haven't named all of them, but these things are available. And if you look here, you can see. Can you get this so that while I talk, you find the camera to get that, so that the viewers can see. And if you also can see those that are by Zoom. And what I want to talk about this in particular if you look at this particular product here, you will see that this is handcrafted. All our product is handcrafted, is handmade. It's like comparing Rolls Royce with a car that is factored. The hand is sewed every piece of this design. And I would like you to touch it to see how embossed it is, to see how they are all made. And this particular material is not a cheap material. So we were not actually coming to make things that are cheap. You touch it, and then you will see the type of the products that they are. Then here is part of the Eurocentric. You know, when you see those that goes to Oscar and stuff like that, and then you can touch the material, you will see how they are all made. So you can see we made them, and it's part of our work from our factory by those that are working. We don't use cheap labors, and you're going to see all of them. Uh, as you go on our website so that you can see that we have been working hard. On my right here, you see this is part of the Afrocentric collections made from a print and the materials alone. And if you see the patterns and the design is very Afrocentric. And here is also part of Afrocentric design. And see the embroidery and the printing that is done on the clothes, and you see the quality of the materials. Because we are called US Qualities, which is our trade name, and the company name is Enterprise Technological Health and Infrastructure Corporation. It's an IT. This is a technology company, but we leverage technologies in the way we make things and produce things. And if you look here, we have what they call Miracle Worker Collection. This is a scrub, and if you look more, you will find several of them, including lab coats, lab coats, doctors' uniform. So because of time, we will not be able to go every one of them, but it's online. For example, you see, for the one we have here, doctors and nurse managers. So there are several of them, and there are several styles that we produce. And part of what we're doing is to impress people. Like here, you see the pants. Our designs has like a double pocket, stethoscope, syringes, medication. So it has 4 pockets, 2 on each side, so that you can have different sections for different things, so that you know where you normally put your stuff. If you like, you can choose one pocket. That's where you put them. And if you see here, it has a double pocket, and there are several other designs of the things that we have here. If you look here, you see how we colored it. Some people have to trim it. So we made a different design. There are so many. We couldn't display everything here because of time. Here, I want to show you something here. Religious, of course, you see this one is a religious wear. We also make religious wear, and if you know, we make all the designs of clothes that we make. I wear, we make them. As you can see today, I'm not in my usual ministerial role, and therefore you see I have a hat, I have a t-shirt. This is our company t-shirt. We make it here. This is the designer, which you see is my name here. And here at the back, you will see the company name, which we represent. And our products, if you look underneath here, you're going to see our products and packages for different kinds of stuff. But what I want you to see here, this is new. There is no manicure that look like this. This is female and this is male. We call it a ghost manicure. Most of the time, we see all the designers and people that make things, because as a technology company, we're innovative and inventive. And I have more than 50 inventions. And I will talk more about that in cell phones, in technologies. But of course, with money, we may not be able to do it, but we are getting there. If you look here, normally when you take all these pictures in manicures, and this is our digital and media videographer and film staff here that produces things and takes it. So it takes a lot of time to begin to crop off the head. And if it's on a model, because you want to use it, if you notice the way they put them online, it doesn't have a head and the tail. not like the way it is displayed in manicure here today. So you see that if you hang your on this particular product, you don't see any head, you don't see anything. And it shows both the label and the stuff so that you don't really need to do any more work. And for a woman with height a breast, this is not set up right because sometimes if you set up right, you will see that it will have a chest as it's supposed to have. And this is one of the designs that we have here in the miracle section. And as you can see, our boxes of the products, we all made them, we all designed them. Everything is designed in-house. And of course, this is for head tie for women. And we have underwear line. We only put up one sample and it's for users, but the idea is for you to understand we have different styles. And of course, this is part of Afrocentric, the head of a lion, front and back. And you can see how rich and try to get other people to the them was this is a three-piece suit, and did that is more like a American style. You know, if you tuck them in with no ties, and I won't have a time to model them so that you can see how it looks on the body. This is a three-piece. This is the inside, and this is the outside. The outside, and then of course this part of the medical miracle. This is part um, of the medical miracle. Now, shoe. For example, this is our shoe, and in our shoe, we made them. And if you know about shoe, I took it when it here to a shoemaker, a producer in America. They were asking me, "Where did you make it?" And we never heard of this designer. And of course, you see our name is on it. Our name is on it. So when yeah. So this we all be in a catalog because we already have we are in production of a catalog, and this is also one of our shoe. And if you look at that, we have several of them. I just only display these two samples, and we're going to be having this event every month. The last Saturday of every month, we're going to show you new products that we have made, so that you can see. And why did we make this? I tried to get Dansko because we wanted to go into making shoes, for example, for healthcare workers. And Dansko didn't even return my call. Dansko is known for making good shoes and we wanted to buy and sell because you remember we have an e-commerce portal where we sell and make things, but they wouldn't sell to me because they figured that probably I'm not one of their kind of customers. Wouldn't even return my calls. But I said, well, if God has given me the ability to invent and manufacture things, I'm going to make my own cells, my own, start making them. And if you hear, it's part of our, in our production line, we want to promote animal because a lot of the times they're poaching animals, they're destroying them. That's why you find a lot of animals' head on our products that are being killed. They cut their heads off in all the places, especially in Africa, where these animals have no protection. It's not like here where they have a protection. And this is one of our products. And then, now that you've heard about, okay, now we're going to go to the next level. We have seen you right. Now you have seen some of these products. When people come to shop, they will buy. We also make our own bag, so that the shopping bag people we used to buy are going to be made here. So, of course, this is for the things that goes on our furniture. I want you to see that too. You use the screw to screw them on the piece of furniture or anything we make. So we have two types, the colored and uncolored. And now we have started making things here in America because we've had a lot of trouble getting manufacturers overseas, making the quality. Sometimes, in fact, some of the clothes, they take somebody's tag and put on our clothes because the person that they're supposed to, one of our staff couldn't bring in the our labels to put on the clothes, so they put any kind of clothes on it, which we have addressed that issue. And I'm discussing it to also let those that want to start or do anything that sometimes you might fail. Sometimes things may not come the way you want it, but if you are patient and you stay and keep working at it, you will get to where we are today. Here is our hair products. We make them. This is gray hair for the older people, and they have all. And we have up to 36 inches, and as you can see, is our level on them. And this we bring all the hairs, put them together, and make them and put all our levels here. And this is a real virgin human hair, it's raw hair, and this lasts more than the artificial because this one can last for 5 years, and all our things were dirty that I have on. But all I did was take a soap and water and take it and brush it. All the dirt comes, and you can see you don't see any more dirt on all my clothes. That's kind of the quality and the type of material which we use to make it. So we are very particular because we are called US qualities. And part of the problem that I've been talking about how people don't get their value when the profit-making entities always think about their profit. That's first of all how most of our things manufactured here were sent overseas. So we say we're going to bring that back so that we can make things that represent the values that we have. That if you spend $1, you should get $1 worth of product, not a 10 cents or 25 cents worth of product. Sometimes you buy things, before you use it, it does already spoil. You won't use it at all. Or instead of using it for lasting for a year or 2 years, for 10 years, it will only last for a year because they have designed things that the less the quality, the more profit they make. But we at US qualities are not going to do that. All our things are going to be guaranteed. Some of them are lifetime, some of them are 10 years and 5 years so that you get the value of your money. There was a time, for example, if you buy Mercedes, I like Mercedes. If you buy Mercedes, you'll last your lifetime. They will tell you if it's spoiled, you come, you get another one. Today, you buy a new Mercedes today on the street, it will break down and the engine will not. So that's because of capital, because of money. And if you look at the quality of our product, and you find that I went to the market, I went to Walmart. So I'm going to take a piece of them and send to some of our leaders to see a sample of our work, the quality of our materials, and then how much they're going to pay me if they're going to buy it and compare to what they get in Walmart, Amazon.com, and all other people. So we are not going to move away by getting things quality. So I want to use this opportunity to let you know that we stand for quality. The money is not always everything, but when you get it, you get your value because you don't have to buy it over again, over and over again. So you buy it, you enjoy it, and you know that you get your money out of it. Now we made this here in America. This is a shelf. As you said, this is a heavy duty shelf that we have put all kinds of stuff is there. You see the perfume and fragrance there, they're all from our store. And we represent the we sell things from most of the top manufacturers, like Gucci, Nike, and all stuff like that. And on our e-commerce, you will see what we call co-branding. Co-branding is working with major designers through a partner of us that we produce things, combine our brands. Meaning that if you used to get Nike, because we believe in freedom and the liberty for people to do what they want to do. So you can buy Nike and we can all together combine our stuff and use it to make what you have. So that since you have you want to buy from us or you like our products, you can have us and have Nike. There's no need of the way competition is to eliminate the other person. We are not going to operate that way by saying eliminate the competitors. They instead work with the competitors in order to maximize values for all of us. Because we all got to live here and we all got to be able to be profitable unlike what is happening. And this is as a result of what has happened to me when I started Care Solutions Corporations. And people, when I built it up, nobody knew me or wanted it. When I built it up to be the only accredited, minority-owned accredited healthcare facility here in Maryland, people were offering me to buy me off from everywhere. But I didn't know then this is the way and the system, the how it works. And I refused because I was afraid and terrified of the kind of people like Johns Hopkins, University of Maryland, health systems, and a whole lot of other popular healthcare providers. I felt myself inferior. So the reason why I say is that if I knew this is the way it worked, I would have sold for big money and then go do something else. But instead, I was scared of even having a conversation with them. So it is now, and I see how Facebook bought WhatsApp and how people, in fact, from going to law school, who had to study all of that in law, then I realized that it's actually a form of business and it's a style. So, but all of them are coming back because as you can see, COVID. I am telling you about miracle workers of design collections that you know that even when we knew that this particular COVID was coming, that's when we decided to design and make those things. And those miracle workers, the PPE, we have masks too. that we make, our own make. But they were here before COVID. We are known by people. They were already here in America, but we couldn't be able to move them because we don't belong and not part of that. They didn't have that particular access to the market that will be able to get them ready. The final process was done here in America, because if making clothes, it goes through a lot of other stages and processes in order before you can put them in the market. Okay, so but I want you to know that we are already here in the business, and we want you to know that it's just the beginning. That from now on, every month we are going to launch new products, and whatever that you need, and if we know about it, we make them and we own it. And those who are part of our channel partnership, that you'll be patient, and I thank you in particular, because without these things wouldn't have been possible for me, because your encouragement in particular, your input suggestions on the product, even as we're here, where before you leave us a comment on how best we can improve the services, and they'll be already getting some input regarding colors and regarding other things, changes that we can make. As you know, Google didn't just bring out Gmail that everybody uses around the world. He let the users bring some input, and based on that input, they were able to make the best product that we can have. As you can see, necessity brings inventions, because if you can see, trying to buy the kind of wardrobe that is used in fashion fair and trade fair for our kind of products is what led us to design this and make them. And it looks so simple, but there were a lot of mistakes. We made this out of our own workshop, as you can see. If you're around me or know me, you know I like to work with hands. And now that we talked about working with hands, I want to say that because we know most Black people in this world work with their hands, and that was the only thing available to them. They work a lot of jobs on their hands. So that's where most of their skills are and their interests are. So I say, don't give up. Now you put that into practice, because you can't depend on government. They tell you go sit down so that you give you something. No, we always say we build this country, but now we have losing this skill. So for US qualities, we want to encourage people to get into being an inventor, because a lot of inventions were made and they were taken by their masters that owns the slaves, and therefore they never got credit for it. And then for those that started making things, they're losing it. And I want to get into biology, why US qualities is very important, because we are branching out into different areas. When you say ask the genetist, when you say you want to sit down and play video game and don't produce anything, then your brain and the genetic combination of your body becomes recessive. That skill, that talent, those abilities that you have becomes recessive. This is simple genetics. And when it becomes recessive, then the dominant gene, which is where that controls the skills that you have and all your ability to do things and succeed in life, you lose them because you don't need them anymore. Then recessive genes, which has been dormant, now becomes the dominant genes, and in which case then, so if you're looking at that normally in 200 years or 250 years, then the black people will no longer be able to do the things they used to do and the talent and where they had their skills, because they stopped using it. So that's why I encourage people that you may have an idea, you don't know how to navigate, you can always work with us, especially those that are in the channel program, partner program, so that we can help you to realize your dreams, because that is part of achieving an American dream. And we have an economy and a system that make those things possible. So when you look at this now, it's not only that it's made to be studied. It's sturdy, it's strong, it's made of real wood, for example. But you can see we customize it so that we can be able to use it to display things. So as we have more things, each of the hole that you see here is used to, there's something we plug in there in order to display and hang something. And if you look here, this shoe, for example, is designed that this shoe now, if this is in your room or in your house, then you can put them here and it will sit down here. Where's the video, man? You're looking at me. I said, we put down here. You see how it is here, so that you can see it will sit there. So on the rack, you see a rest of your shoe. Now, this is on both sides. If you look on this side, we have a bag sitting there. So for women, we have put in for them a place where they can put a bag on the wardrobe. So as this is in your room, and as you can see how they all of that line their bag, and as they line their bag, they can also line it according to this hang up, so that if you're working class, because our model is business dress code. If you are busy in the morning, you have so many things to do. You don't need to have to, because every time you know where you hang them. So when you're ready, you grab your clothes, you wear them, and you pick up your bag, you put it there, you turn around, you pick up the shoe that is on the rack on the other side, because on the other side is for shoes, on that side is for bag, so that they can match and be coordinated. So that is one of the inventions that we have already spoken about this product, which we are going to be selling. And here, for example, is a trade box. If we are to bring all these things in here, we'll take over. Here, you see a trade box we made when we go trade fair and we go shows. We can use this box and it will pack things up. And all these products we make have the option for a wheel, a caster wheel, that you can roll them just as we roll them in here, we can roll them out. And if you are familiar with trade shows and things like that, you will be understand what I'm saying. So that if you need a box like this, people will say it's high. But nobody knows why it's high. It's high because we're making it for security reasons. So even if you are in a trade show or in a trade fair, and people cannot dip their hands and see things that is inside because it's too deep, it's quite high. But we have a technology that goes with it. We have option for technology with a remote control. By next month, when you come, we will demonstrate it. Because of time, we won't be able to share to do that today. So that you can see with the remote control on your phone connected to your app, you can be able, once you open it up, you can from your phone control it so that it will raise up and come up so that you can get the things that you need. So as you take them out, you keep raising them up until you get all the stuff you need. Then it goes down. So that is another of our invention in technologies. So I don't want to keep you so much today because and I spoke so fast because of time, because I spend a lot of time today. And we won't have time to show you so much on our website. Let's see uh, what we have here. Uh, Say, for example, this is what you will see when.
Welcome to usqualities.com, where quality is our pride.
As for next
Our
week,
e-commerce platform offers a range of programs, products, and services to enterprises, businesses, government agencies, and nonprofits. Our business solutions department policies and procedures. Fashion offers custom-made designer wares and virgin human hair. Furniture offers office, facility, home, church, public, and office supplies. Technology offers different types of computers, electronics, phones, power, energy, and IT systems and securities. Our service department services the products we manufacture, brand, and sell. Visit us today.
okay, so that is it. We want to demonstrate that for you. And then for the other items we wanted to share with you, those ones I will send it to your email because I wanted to also show you some of these products so that you can actually see the products that we have. But you will know more when we start to get into when the catalog is ready, so you can sign up. Then you can be able to get our catalog, so that we already cataloged it, so that you see the way it can be. We are still in a way so that you can have and see all the things that we have, and we're showing it so that you can actually see the quality of our work right now. And you may not see the period of it because of the way we have done it. And thank God for the Tyler, Mr. Jennings here, who has been very. But there are other people that help us, helping us to make it happen. The board members, the advisors, the channel partners, the customers, the members, so that we can see the things that we have done. So we have done so much. So if there is a question why this is rolling down, the camera is rolling on this. If there is a question, I will take your question. There is a refreshment today, but I want you to know that if you go on our website, that these things are available for you to be able to order them. And we'll talk more about each department and each divisions that we have coming up, because we have a lot of programs, we have a lot of opportunities that is available for us. We'll be hiring a lot of people. It's opportunity that we are bringing, not just only in PG. It's not Amazon, and it's nothing like Amazon. Our platform is meant to be way above Amazon and better than Amazon. We are not about money in terms of money and stuff, but in terms of the product we have. If you compare the quality, the prices we have online, you will see that our prices is even cheaper than Amazon. We're able to beat them. But I tell you, I want you to take this to the bank. Every month we're going to try to produce a new product until we start to get into more advanced products. For we have a lot of other things in technologies, in sciences, in things that will marvel your mind and blow your mind up. So we started from the ones that we could afford to do, and then from there we will be able to get to a whole lot of other things. So any question, I will take your questions, but I want you to know that good thing is coming to you, because good thing has come to us and it has come to stay, and we are going to achieve that American dream. That American dream that we are all here for. Because by doing so, one thing that I like that is important to me is to be able to bless other people, not for ourselves, but bless people. Because if you do so, you will bless so many people. And then when you bless so many people, also you bless yourself, so that we can build a ripple effect upon the life of people, so that people will no longer have to suffer so much or have to depend on anybody. Amen. So thank you so much for coming. Any questions?
So you didn't tell us the prices.
Yes, the prices. If there's anyone you want, we will tell you their prices. And I'm going to. We haven't published the price yet because of time, and didn't have time to put them out today. I apologize. It doesn't look good on us actually. The first day we are launching, but we nobody can. We have Laura bringing some everywhere, and if it was not for the power of God over the things that He has created in heaven that gave us to stop the rain, and the sunshine came, and they wouldn't even have been here today. So, but we will get to you the prices. But right now, if you want to buy anyone, I'll tell you the price. So, but if not, today is to launch so that you see the product. One thing is to see, touch what we've been talking about for a year now, so that you know that it's real, and then we'll get you the price. For those channel partners, it's opportunity for you to make money, because you can take as much. This is not all we have. It's just only a few samples. That you can take as much as what you have, and you can sell it, and from there you make your. The idea is that you make money. You know, and nothing I couldn't show you today because of time. Be able to share these things so that we can make money out of it. You know, being the technology company is very simple. You know, if you go to our line, if you see any, so those channel partners already have their page all set up. All you need to do is there you go, you share it with people and tell them to share it. If you have anyone, you say, "Oh, this is my favorite for the day." You have to keep doing that by reminding people. So when they see what they like, they buy. Each time they buy, you make money. And what we say is that unlike in other sites, you know, like Amazon, people complain about how when they buy stuff and when they sell on their sites, and they take most of the money and they get little, and they turn around and compete with you. That's not with us. That all the things you sell, whatever is your profit, you keep it. So we make sure we return to the manufacturers if it is not something we have made ourselves. Their own care, because we have a relationship with all the manufacturers that you see on the site. There are more than 100 manufacturers that we can sell their products so that you can buy from them. So that's about the pricing.
What are the sizes?
There are
different sizes.
Yes, if you notice, they will all have different sizes. So by the time you come on next month, every last Saturday, we're going to be having an event like this. You have right now, if you know your sizes, you can get it, because we know all the sizes over there. If you want to pay for them, yes, those things are going to.
So, are you selling clothes only?
No, we're not selling clothes only. Yes, thank you. That's a beautiful question, because we're only talking about fashion and stuff like that. In our website, as you can see from Jed that did the intro on our site, that we cover so many areas. We provide business solutions, help business people start their own business, and then furniture.
Okay, you sell furniture, you sell electronics also.
Yes. Oh, in fact, you help me out now and finish, because that's one of the advisors. So he knows all this, and I'm glad I'm saying that. We sell furniture, we sell technologies, and technologies covers everything: electronics, TV, projectors, computers of all kinds, even big systems, mid systems. We sell them. In fact, now that he talked about technology, I want to tell you something. 20 years ago, I used to be a computer in this country. I'll tell you, by next year, we're going to start to make a computer again. Because as you see, a lot of people couldn't find computer. A lot of people are here from other people and associates about how they got the AIDS, but they require them to buy made in America.
Actually, one question.
Yes.
Already. All your electronics are made from China.
No, they are not.
Okay.
They are made. Most of the things are made from China.
Okay.
The only ones that I have that are made here, for example, in the computer technologies, if it's made by Lenovo, because they have a plant and manufacture in America, and one other company, we don't carry their product. So if you find Lenovo product in our, yes, they are made here, not in China, but most of them.
So laptop.
Yes. For example, HP, we know they're American company, but they are not made here. But there are some electronics that are made here. I don't have all of them on top of my head. But if you go to the website, we have also the name of the manufacturer, so you will know which ones are made here.
Okay.
With that question, where do these the clothing are made from?
That's trade secret. In fact, it's not really a trade secret because it's going to be on the body. Yes, a lot of the clothes are made. Some of them come. I don't have anything that is made in China here, but I'll tell you that many of the products are made. If it's not made here, it's made in Africa.
Okay. That's not secret.
That's not a secret.
Actually,
It should be on the label, so that's not a secret.
I think last, like, thank you. Sorry.
No, let me come out first.
Like the chef, or we call it, how you call it, the wardrobe.
The wardrobe, the
I
hanger.
think like what we put here for the ladies' bag, we could also like this place is just like wasting right here.
Good. You see, that's
so
one
that
of
the
our
ladies could
partners.
see food. Yeah.
Yes. We have another option. By next week, you will have them. We don't have enough space here. Maybe we'll move to a bigger space. But we will be able to. Oh, yeah. We'll be able to have the one that is actually more full. This is customized for this particular event. But some people that have it on the top so that you can have more things to put some things on. But yes, you're right. We also have the option where they are covered with a lock and key.
How user friendly is the website?
Our website is so user friendly that if you say you go to the website right now, if you just go to the website, it is so user friendly that anybody, even the old lady, can use it. You know, if you just go here, this is our website.
Not old ladies.
Anybody, old ladies, old man, the old people,
even people without computer
literates.
People without computer knowledge can still use it.
Yes, people without computer knowledge, I stand corrected. I mean that to use that they are normally challenged. So if you see on the stuff, if you go to share right there, you share it. If you want somebody to buy something, assuming this is your store, especially for channel partner, then you can choose how you want to share them and be able to share them, share US quality. So you can choose based on the way you have your system set up to be able to share them. And if you come here to the shop, you know, if you go here, you see the brand of all the manufacturers that we carry their products. And then if you come over here to the shop, you can either come here from here, you go to different departments and then go to something, or you can come from here where it says categories, and from there you can find the things that you need. For example, if you go to, assuming you're looking for something in fashion, and if you come to fashion, if it's by our brand, which is a Belelo, then you go there. If you go to any of the stuff, for example, if you go to hair, it's broken down into, which is the upgrade that we did, is that so that it becomes much easier. So if you go to here, you have 1,000 things. Most of the time they say you go to search engine, but here you can also go by categories because it brings them down to easy to. So if you're looking for closure, you just go to for closure. If you're looking for India hair, you go there. So that's an example of how it is. So it's easy to use.
I think the key thing is
And as you can see, how quickly the site came back up. Our site is very up and runs very quick and fast. It's no delay in terms of loading, and you can go all the way to your transactions. Our system for transactions is handled by secure. We don't store any of that information for security reasons. And this is handled by a third party. For example, PayPal, for example, they have a very high reputable payment processing systems, and we have Square. We have different other ones that process depending on whichever one you choose and how you want that to be processed. So it's very secure, and our system we've upgraded our system again to the highest security protection that we have. It requires you going to log in because these are like member shop. You go just like you go to Amazon, you have to sign up. Even if you want to buy something, when you want to check out, it's going to require you to register because we want to know. But that's part of the security system because these days email is more secure because they can now be more easily verifiable for products. I mean for e-commerce. And of course, our system runs on HTTPS, which is also further security to show that all transactions is confidential while you are there. Any more questions?
More questions? Any more questions?
Any more questions? All right, thank you. It's a refreshment time, and you can get something to eat. We start to wind up, and thank you so much for coming. And we look forward to you visiting us and coming to join us in online. And for those of you online, we didn't forget you because of time. Those that have joined us to YouTube and through Zoom, you are welcome, and thank you for being part of our establishment. And tell a lot of people about this because the more you tell people around it about it, the more people comes in. But we want you to know that we appreciate every one of you that have joined us in this launch, and COVID have made it that people can join from everywhere around the world. And we thank you so much. All right, so refreshment, feel free to eat and relax and enjoy. And we thank God for God have done something great and wonderful. And I thank you in particular for being patient with us. All right.